Hello everyone, and CS is here, and I'm back with the wrong game account, the mod testing account. Well, back with more Slay the Spire is what I wanted to say. Yeah, last time I said that I wanted to showcase how my mod plays in the Gensokyo mod for Slay the Spire, so here I am, ready to venture into the wondrous land of illusions. Yeah, the Gensokyo mod replaces the 3 acts of this game with entirely new ones, and it's super fun. And not just because we can now fight against Touhou characters or something like that. Anyway, what do we want for our starting choices? Actually, let's take a look at... Oops, yeah, that 2 in a second, but there's a shop close by, but do we even want that? Ooh, that path here looks really tempting. Followed by... oh yeah, I think that's the path that I'm taking lots of elites, so I'm probably gonna die. That might be too many elites actually, but I don't have to fight that one. I can go to the question mark space if I need to. I won't have any shops, unfortunately, and barely any events either. But let's take this risk. Which means I can probably get away with removing 2 cards from my starting deck. But the thing is, since last time I actually reworked how the Noh Dancer works a little bit. As in retreat. Now needs no popularity to gain at least 5 block, but if you have 1 popularity or more, you will have to spend that, but you get an additional 3 block for that. So yeah, I kind of split it up to be a defend, but with upside if you have the ability to, because people kept telling me that retreat was really bad to draw in your first hand and against enemies that have tons of block, which, yeah. And in the same way as that, Water Iris's Beauty here has been reworked to now give 2 popularity and draw a card next turn, instead of needing 2 popularity to give you 1 energy next turn. Yeah, so it's been made a little weaker, but at least it's not a dead card in the early game, which a lot of people told me that that's what it was. Oh, and Credit Tortoise can now draw a card when you don't have an emotion yet. So yeah, lots of changes. Hopefully this makes Kokoro a little bit better in the early game, because that was always the biggest problem with her. But anyway, screw it, I'm taking a random card. Oh. Well, I hope I'll get lots of power, which I can't anymore because of Water Iris's Beauty does not give power energy anymore. Power, that's eternal. Anyway, Humus Possession, in case you've not seen this card yet. It's a motion bound card which in anger deals a lot of damage. Enjoy. Applies some trapped and moves all the debuffs that are on you onto all the enemies. And if the card is upgraded, it removes all these debuffs too. In Melancholy you get a lot of block, upgraded you even gonna gain an intangible, and obviously Popularity Explosion is just, you win. But since the card costs 3, it's a little bit hard to use since it's in your entire turn. Which means we kind of want to try and gain some maximum energy. Anyway, our first encounter here is against the, well, 3 random fairies, really. It really should be the 3 fairies of light. I mean, it's the right number. Yeah, all they do is they attack you. You have to kill them twice in order for them to leave. But every time you defeat one of them, all of the fairies' attack drops by 1. Only for the turn though. So yeah, kill as many of them as possible in 1 turn. Yeah, I have to use this once, right? I don't care if it was overkill, I got away with it. I mean, I'm weak now, but it doesn't matter, it's the only one. It can't hurt me anymore. Okay, random cards. Oh yeah, setup has also been made a little bit less powerful, since the upgraded form is just so good with 2 follow-ups. I think I would some defense though? I love Battle of the Joji, but I think defense is more important, so let's take Angel's Feather Robe. Ooh, nice! I haven't seen that event in a while, which means I'm gonna die, doesn't it? You come across a strange sight. A figure that could only be described as an ominous shadow was standing in the distance, several glowing purple balls surrounding it. Ah, hello there! Its voice is surprisingly feminine? Even so, you steel yourself as it approaches. Say, how would you like the chance to make a wish come true? It points to the balls hovering around it. If you could collect 7 of these, even your wildest fantasies will become reality. Suspicious, you ask what the catch is. There is no catch. Well, not really, other than the fact that you'll have to find the other people I gave a ball to in order to collect all of them. It tilts its head towards you, giving you the impression that it would be grinning if it had a face. So, what are you saying? All you have to do is give me a little something of yours, and I'll give you one of these bad boys to start out with. Not a bad deal, right? So we can lose our starting reward to get one of these weird occult orbs. I think it's worth it. I can't really do anything with the Humus possession right now. Honestly, it's too expensive, unless I'm specifically melancholy. And even then, it's just, skip a turn, so the enemy skip a turn for the most part. So yeah, let's accept it. An excellent choice. One of the balls flies over to hover next to you, its eerie glow seemingly twisting the weary space around it. Try not to lose it too early, alright? I wouldn't mind meeting you again later. Before I can ask what those foreboding words meant, the shadow flickered into the distance, not a trace remaining of its passing. So it's actually a good thing that we don't have a lot of events here, because you actively have to fight a lot of encounters to get one of the more of these occult orbs. So yeah, what it does is, at the start of the combat, I get a random occult card, which is one set of cards that comes with the Gensokyo mod. The next time you are attacked, apply 3 vulnerable to the attacker. The second next time you are attacked, the attacker loses 3 strength. Yeah, Split Mouth Woman. It's the same kind of ability that the Split Mouth Emotion and Tribe of Kuchisake cards in the Noh Dancer mod are based off of. Anyway, we have 2 Gadamas here. I can block them entirely, so let's do this. I don't care about applying vulnerable on these guys. They're too weak. I just want to defeat them as fast as possible, preferably without taking any damage myself. And that's about it. Just Feather Robe is enough to... Well, actually, if I kill that guy, it's always enough. Any block would be enough. Oh, the Kadama has now gained a Thorn. Not that it matters. If it can't hurt me right now, so if I play Water Ice's Beauty, I get 2 popularity, give me 12 popularity, meaning next turn my popularity will explode! Which means I'm drawing 2 additional cards and all of the emotions are active. And the Gdama's dead. Yeah, it's become a lot easier to get popularity explosion. Like, it used to be at the beginning of development that you could only ever get popularity explosion against either elites or even more likely against bosses. But now you can just get it in a random encounter. But it is what it is. I'll keep it a look at, keep an eye on it. Yeah. Maybe I'll make it more difficult to become to gain popularity explosion, but I don't really want to do it by increasing the cost, because that makes one other card even more powerful, and it really shouldn't be. Anyway. Saingo Sakabe, I don't think we've ever seen that in the last stream that I did. Remove all countered from a target and gain half as many thorns. We are not a counter deck, and I don't think I want to become one. because yeah, I would go for the Occult Orbs, and I don't think Counter and the Occult Orbs will go particularly well together. Cheap Shot, it's decent for what it is. Maybe this free card, yeah. Or Spider Slasher. Even though Spider Slasher on its face seems pretty good, like it's a performance card, so it gets played twice. So technically, this is to deal 10 damage for 1. But the fact that it's delayed, and if you change emotions in between, well, when it's in your deck and when it gets reshuffled or replayed for free, you don't really have control of the second form of what the Encore form does. So I rarely ever pick this card up. Sometimes I do if I just need some flexible card. But I want to take this free card here. Free is nice. And since I'm currently only on 3 energy, it's even better. Okay, what do we get? Ooh, Manner of the Dishes. 2 costs power card. Whenever you play 10 cards, gain 1 intangible. That is actually very easily done in certain Kokoro builds. But I don't think this is going to be important in this battle. Ooh. I am constricted, I'm sorry. Which means I'm taking 3 damage, total for 11 damage, so if I did a full block turn, I am not going to take any damage, and I think I will do this. Alright, it's probably going to constrict me even harder now, so let's be angry at this and hit it for 8. And now we have 6 constricted, but the enemy's dead. Ooh, another Occult Ball already! Nice. Control Emotions already. Wow, that is a good card. Well Prepared Act might be good, but I already have a block card actually. Oh, yeah, let's take Control Emotions. With this card, once I play it, and then from at the start of every turn, I can choose my emotion. So it's really good in builds that have a lot of emotion modal cards, like Cheap Shot, Angel's Feather Rope, etc. Anyway, since we have the second Occult Orb now, we get to choose 1 out of 2 of the Occult cards. The new one here is Miss Mary. Apply 99 vulnerable to all enemies, but it does exhaust, which is this little icon at the top right here. This guy doesn't do anything on turn 1. Sure, let's make him vulnerable. We have a setup turn. Wait, what? Oh, right, it has Rotting Wood. After receiving 15 or more damage, deals 4 damage to me. Right, forgot about that. We can't do a full block turn, but I still want to block as much as I can. Actually, I could have done this to gain a little bit less damage, yeah. Good enough. Yeah, the Rotting Wood does not reset at the end of the enemy's turn. Let's reapply this. And we should be fine either way. Now this is 4 damage, actually, but it's a treat. No need to take any unnecessary damage. Ooh, nice! The new potion that I added. The Emotion Potion. Which lets you choose and get an emotion. Simple as that. So it would be really good if I didn't have Control Emotions. Oh, Fukunakayama, speaking of countered, yeah, it's a countered payoff card. As in, yeah, if you play a lot of counter on the enemy, you're essentially not getting any damage anymore. Speaking of countered, lots of defense cards. Personally, I prefer Angel's Feather Rope over US Cherry Blossom here, even though US Cherry Blossom deals damage with countered. But Angel's Feather Rope has more block, and I like my cards that have that focus on one thing correctly, over cards that just do multiple things. Right, new cards. Target non-boss enemy dies in 4 turns. Hell yeah! Screw you, I never liked you. Not in this game, anyway. This mod, as the elite. The other new thing is I can't actually read this because of the text being so small. Spontaneous human combustion. Oh, that's why Moko's on there. Gain 5 strength at the end of your turn. Take 1 damage. Increase the damage you will take from this power by 1. So this is a go fast or die kind of card. But speaking of dying, so all we have to do now is wait for 4 turns. What Aya's gimmick is, though, every third attack deals 0 damage to Aya, which is super annoying. Because her other gimmick is that illusionary dominance. The next time this creature receives unblocked damage, yet only this turn though, she loses 2 strength, but by doing this move she gained 3 strength. So if I'm unable to deal any damage to her, which... fuck. There we go. Except she's immune now because I attacked her last turn. Yeah, I cannot protect myself from her damage. Because this here does nothing now. Because, yeah, every third attack, no damage. Meaning she keeps the 3 strength gain that she got, which is super unfortunate. Yeah, but since we randomly got 8 feet tall, I'm just gonna go full turtle. Except that I don't actually have to do anything here. And dead. That was a super lucky occult myth, urban legend we got there. Ooh, Toy Ornithopter. Nice. Every time we drink a potion now we heal for 5. I don't think we need the emotion potion since we have a... oh god, Mandrake form. What are you gonna do to me, game? All cards that give emotions cost 1 less. We gain 2 energy less at the start of each turn. Upgrades to 1 energy less. Ooh. Since we have control emotions, that my goal is rather to get as many of these modal cards, rather than putting a lot of emotion granting cards, but this is a really good card nonetheless. And we also have Shouting Spider, which is a really good card, because it deals damage to the pleasant trapped. And if the target's already trapped, all the traps getting removed and half of the trapped is getting turned into cost reduction. And Denounce Faith is just a really fun card, but I don't think I have a proper deck for that. Well, I don't have a deck yet at all, period. Yeah, Denounce Faith upgrades a couple of cards. The next couple cards in the draw pile that makes them ethereal. So it's play them or lose them kind of situation. Man, I want all of these. Should I go Mimi? Let's go for the memes. I love this card too much, I'm sorry. Anyway, let's... I don't think I need the consistency of control emotions yet. My deck is only 15 cards wide. Most of my cards don't need a specific emotion to function yet. Really only Cheap Shot and the 2 Ancient Feather Ropes that I have. Speaking of, I think I'll upgrade the Ancient Feather Rope because it increases the block gain by 2 and gives 1 more of each status buff. Or, well, technically, block is a status buff, right? Yeah, gotta have that defense early on to not die, right? Especially against Cherno! 99 weak to all enemies. I don't know if that's even all that useful because we're fighting fairies again. Meaning... yeah, we actually kill them really quick, and I think all the status debuffs go away then. Every 10th card being attached, but that's too expensive, I think. Actually, I have to do something about the fairies. The most dangerous one is Geno anyway, so let's deal with her first and foremost. 0 damage, nice, but they still do apply a debuff, so I kind of want to deal with them. I never remember which one does which, but I want to say you do weakness. So I kind of want to deal with you, but I did just turn everybody weak. Alright, and let's become joyful. So, what Juno Steel is all about is that she's the strongest! And anytime you defeat one of her fairy friends, or herself even, her attack increases by 1. But Juno the crew will leave once her attack is in the positives. You're the weakness one, huh? Well, I can still kill you, so that's fine. Do I need more accelerator, or... not really? More popularity. Let's activate my modal cards. Okay, that's not enough yet. Yeah, I have to get rid of these. These status effects. Oh yeah, Juno also puts a frozen into our draw pile, or discard pile. Well, I'll see in a bit. Its cost decreases every time I draw it. Okay, discard. Good. Ooh, Juno's about to buff the fairies. That's not good. Let's kill the statuses like always. And I think it's... ooh, I'm one short for popularity explosion anyway, so let's play Control Emotion and say Joy, because that will draw me one more card. Yeah, now Juno gives the front one strength and the other two one thorn each. I think I want to be in Melancholy. Or how much? I can't actually see how much damage the strikes deal, but I need to reach at least 6 damage, which they're supposed to do on normally anyway, so 1 and 2. And Joy. And I'm going to lose some health here, so no popularity explosion for me. Oh. Yeah, that's a little unfortunate side effect with this view here. Juno's about to attack for 8. I only need to kill 2 more fairies. Which can be this one for... never mind. Can be this one for all I care. And this one, and now Juno's attack is in the positives. So she will run away next turn. Which means that, oops. I would want to try and kill her, but my hand is nothing but defense. Look at my block! Another victory for fairies! Another... wow, that's... I'm getting them like crazy this time around. Ooh, lots of good cards. Uber Mask gives us dexterity if we're in Melancholic at the start of the turn. Kisses Promise is a pretty good block card, makes future block cards this turn better. And Angry Wolf Mask is just, you wanna have the ability to annihilate people in an AoE. Lantern, instead of combat, we gain 1 additional energy, which, yeah, for a setup turn, that's always nice to have. Aya again! But there's another one, I swear. Ooh. Weak would be fantastic against Aya, or, you know, just killing her in 4 turns. How do I keep getting this one against Aya? Hey, chat. Little Green Men. Gain 2 energy. Put a copy of this card on top of your draw pile. So, we can make our turns a bit more... well, we can play out our entire hand. If you get Little Green Men, we will also clog up our deck with this card, which I love as an effect, actually, because 2 of the cards in my mod also have this kind of effect. And I love that they're such good meme cards, but let's just kill Aya in 4 turns. That seems like a lot better of an idea. Accelerator, I guess, gain popular. I'm not quite ready to do this. Now next turn I'm gonna have troubles again. Ah well. Yeah, this time at least I have. Oh yeah, I did play this for 1. Yay, I hit her! So now she loses 2 of the strength that she gained. And let's just not get hit. She's dying in 2 more turns anyway, so all I need to focus on is blocking right now. So let's become melancholic to increase our block, and not even bother with her mechanic. Screw you, Aya! Wait, what? Okay, that's an interaction I didn't expect. Oh my god, the fall of a cold ball already. Good lord. Compensation is a fun card, but we only have... Well, I guess we have 3 cards technically that can spend popularity, with Angel Feather Robes, Melancholy Form, and Cheap Shots, Anger, and Melancholy Forms. Because, yeah, what Compensation does is it deals 4 damage and 3 additional damage for each popularity spent this combat. So if you have cards that spend a lot of popularity, this card just skyrockets in damage. Thing is, though, let's take it, yeah. I don't have any of the good ones to spend popularity with yet. Right, we only lost a bit more than 26 life, so no need to rest. I mean, it would almost get us back to full, but the only life point that matters is the last one. And if you invest right now, you will ensure that you won't take as much damage in the future. I love Denounce Faith, though I think I'll upgrade it, because that an upgraded Denounce Faith makes it so that even if I have no energy at all, I can play this to make the next card in my deck either deal 4 more damage or gain 4 more block. Or if it's a card like Cheap Shot, it's technically both, because it can deal damage and gain block. And if we have Popularity Explosion, oh my god. Yeah, let's fight that other elite. We barely took any damage so far. Right, and because we have our 4th Cold Orb already, we still only get 3 choices, but they start getting upgraded now. So Miss Mary here is now 0 cost to apply Night and Vulnerable to all enemies, which is probably the best out of these, but Monkey's Paw is tempting. So much gold, but I haven't spent a single gold yet, so I don't need gold. Okay, that's 7 damage incoming. That's just 1 retreat worth, or Angel's Feather Robe for that matter. Maybe I want to do both to upgrade my compensation. Sure. Spend all the popularity and then not draw compensation. Oh well. I'm gonna stay in Melancholy, so I take as little damage as possible. Actually, I think I could just kill this one, yeah. Overblocked a little. Let's stay in Anger, because Angry Wolf Mask will deal 15 damage, and compensation only 11, but good enough for this guy. Oh right, it's vulnerable, so that was 3rd. Jesus! Okay, so just normally I do go to a lot of unknown spaces and get a lot of events, but like normally I get to like say 4 or 5 orbs at the beginning of the game. Now I'm at 5 orbs at the end of Act 1. What is this? Oh jeez. Ooh, Mask Storm. 1 cost card that just deals 6 damage in various ways. Either to 2 random enemies, but since we're in Anger, it technically deals 7 damage 2 times. In Joy, it becomes an AoE, and in Melancholy, it's, well, 6 damage 2 times against a single target, so it's more reliable than the Anger form. Unless, of course, you're fighting only 1 enemy, in which case Anger is just strictly better. And Popularity Explosions just deals 6 damage. A lot. Better to Georgia would also be a decent card. Because, well, it's free. And I think I'm going to take Mask Storm because we do have the thing, Control Emotions. Ooh, Apocalypse, deal 30 damage to all enemies, take 15 damage. Sadly, I don't know my starting hand yet, so that becomes a little bit worse. Apply 2 Lunacy is kind of fun, but not against this boss. Especially since the card is a Theorist, so I have to play it on my first turn. What Lunacy does, incidentally, is it makes the enemy attack one of their friends or itself. So it's essentially confusion in most RPGs. Actually, I think I'll take Split Mouth Woman this time around for vulnerable than this Voice Strength. Unfortunately, it has artifacts. It's less good. I don't have any means of applying debuffs, do I? I mean, I can make the attacker lose 4 strength, which is really huge. Okay, I don't actually have any means to get an emotion, so let's dig for it. Nice. Sadly, Cheap Shot will not lose any popularity for me unless I play this, so let's do it. Yeah, since temporary HP is considered block. Which, someone before me found out and realized, oh my god, it just... So, Kokoro, or the Noh Dancer, has a relic, which is the ghost weapon, which ignores block. It also ignores temp HP, it makes this boss here a joke. Also, since Anger increases the damage of all my cards by 1, even though the debuff that Mamizo just applied on me should make all my attacks deal 0 damage instead, Anger overrides it. Slightly. Now let's get this shoveled into the deck. Now what Mamizo does is she transforms into the 3 standard elites of Act 1, and every time she does, she takes half of her current HP and, well, maybe a scripted amount, if possible, and turns it into temporary HP, and once that's gone, well, she transforms back and can hurt her again. Anyway, that's a lot of damage incoming, but it is like a woolen, so I do want to apply pressure if possible. So let's stay angry. Retreat once. And make the next card a bit more powerful. Oh, nice! It hit the correct one. Now instead of dealing 4 damage 4 times, it deals 8 damage 4 times, or in Anger, 9 damage. Excellent. So let's deal a lot of damage on her as long as we can. Right now, I don't think anything matters too much. So I'm just gonna buff my next cards while I can. Yeah, now she got 3 Metallicize and has become the Gremlin Knob. Unfortunately for her, I don't care. Nice, I think this was the easiest time I've ever had against Mamizo. Fuknokami Mask again, really. Release Emotions is pretty much a free card, not cost-wise, but its big thing is that it deals, or that it has some big numbers on it, but you do become emotionless. But because of our control emotions, that gives us an emotion back at the start of each turn, we don't really care about that too much. Nice. Manner of the Dishes now costs 1 to make us tangible, which is really good. Ticket is a 3-cost card which deals a ridiculous amount of damage, and Doppelganger is good. This thing doesn't do anything on turn 1. Then it shall die. Yes, this is an attack in the Touhou fighting games. Someone summoning this train. Yeah, this living monolith, essentially a slow start, and is dead now. Oh, fleeting emotion. Whenever we change our emotions, draw a card. That is tempting, considering that essentially means we get 1 free card at the beginning of each turn, assuming we switch. Or I could just take Hyotoko Mask, which turns our popularity into damage, and actively spends our popularity for Cheap Shot here. No, not Cheap Shot, compensation. Yeah, let's do it. Ooh, I think I can afford upgrading my cards here. At the same time, Hyotoko Mask is not really good. Well, I mean, it's good in the fact that it ups my compensation, sure. I do have 3 potions that each heal me for 5 because of the Toy Ornithopter. So if things go south, I can just chuck them. Ooh. One intangible, seems good. Okay, Reima currently doesn't do anything on the first turn, so I'm just gonna go all out against her with Angry Wolf Mask. And... oh, this only barely deals any more damage than Release Emotions. Yeah, so the fun thing about this mod is that it introduces, well, for starters, 3 different bosses per act, but one of each of these 3 bosses has the spell card rules, which isn't actually displayed on Remo, but on me! Spell card rules! Whenever you play a spell card, we move up a lane. Whenever we play an attack, we move down a lane. And what we have to do in this battle here is we want to avoid these Yingling orbs. We can also just destroy them, but it's much better to just avoid them altogether. So preferably I want to play either... I want to play a skill at the end. So I could play Compensation right now to deal 5 damage, which is worthless. Or I can just play one big skill. Alright, so we had a lot of cards here. We want to stay at the center again. Yeah, Raven makes us discard a card now. So I guess let's get rid of a defend, so I don't lose them due to Ethereal. I am going to play Cheap Shot, an attack, Aegis Feather Robe, possibly defend. I mean, I don't mind too much losing 1 defend. I still have 2 Aegis Feather Robes no matter what. But, okay, so if I move down first, then play a strike, then play another strike, yeah. And Aegis Feather Robe, now we have 30 block. Lose our defend, but the Raven Belt can do anything to us. Outside of giving us 2 days, I guess. So now we want to be on top. So we want to probably not play Angry Wolf Mask, since that robs us of all our energy. The background, the battle here is not made by me. That's made by other people. I'm not that talented. What we do want to do though is, oh, we don't have any block cards. That's unfortunate. Play Credit Tortoise. So we're on top. Gensokyo Mask for shooting our popularity at the enemy, and Control Emotions because might as well. And not attack, otherwise we take a lot of damage. Yeah, the unfortunate part is that each of these Yingling Orbs is a valid target for Gensokyo Mask, so it's probably not going to deal a whole lot of damage here. But thankfully, due to the fossilized Helix, we didn't actually take any damage from Reina here, but only this once. We want to stay on top at the end again. We could just get rid of a Dazed, but I think I want to get rid of the Strike here. I don't think the emotion matters, so I'll want to gain some Accelerator. Because Accelerator makes me more powerful. This gives 14, that's 17 damage to me, so I think I only want to play 1 attack, compensation for 16. Yeah. And then hide out on top. Now I want to try and get to the center. Masterstorm deals 6 damage to all these targets here. Which would mean that we could destroy this bottom Yingling Orb here, meaning we could go all out of attacks. But it also means that we do have to stay in Joy. I could also just play Maskstorm, release Emotions, and then denounce Faith. Then Maskstorm would come along. I mean, let's stay in Joy, I guess. because enjoy, it's still pretty good. Next turn, gain an energy and draw 2 cards. And I made a cheap shot a bit better. Now deals 11 damage. Oh god, on both forms too. If you do destroy all of these Young Orbs, by the way, Reima will summon 4 new ones. But you'll have a free turn essentially. I want to cheap oh wow, I don't need this Man in Black. Oh, I need to discard 2 now. Cut down the Reima. Since I can play my entire hand, I do want to do that, so we go on Dazed. I'm angry. Yeah. Then 6 damage 3 times to all targets, so it doesn't really matter where we end up. Last Storm, hit the Reima once, nice. And I just destroyed all of her healing orbs. That's 15 damage incoming. That plays for free. That was a weird place to loop. Now attacks, unfortunate. That's 1 more than I would like, but whatever. Reima's gonna die next turn. By a 58 power compensation. Sounds good to me. And sink the Cold Orb! I'm in Act 1! Oh god. Both the 3 power, 3 energy out of that, powers. I can talk, I swear. Shinkiro, yeah, all performance cards never lose their encore. Currently, I don't have a single one. I know that's not true, Anchor Wolf Mask is one. But I do prefer it in its regular phase, admittedly, and the deal damage to all enemies. Menreiki form, again. Too many 2-cost cards. Well, only 1 really, but too many cards that do not give emotions. So Menreiki form is not good right now. I could take it just because, but at the same time, Invigorated Kagura line here lets me draw 2 cards, and on performance, deals 2 damage for any attack and 1 block for any skill that we then have in our hands. Yeah, if played via Encore, that last part. Oh, I should have taken the Menreiki form, huh? Emotion Amplifier. Every 3 times you switch emotions during combat, gain 1 energy. Reach 5 more popularity to gain Popularity Explosion. Well, it's still good as an incidental energy gain, I guess. Sacred Bark doubles the effectiveness of potions. It's decent. And the Busted Crown. Gain an energy at the start of each turn, but future card rewards will have 2 cards less to choose from. I don't think my deck is good enough yet. For starters, I still have 3 strikes and 3 defense, and once those are out, I'd only have 15 cards left. Speaking of, I need to get to shops, but yeah, let's take the Emotion Amplifier. Even just by accident, you gain an energy off that every once in a while. And with Control Emotions too, there's a good chance that we get a new emotion, 1 extra energy every 3 turns. Anyway, I kind of want to go to a shop, maybe even the special shop here. Yeah, the left path is actually not too bad. Lots of elites to campsites. No events at all, once again. Yeah, let's take this path here. I just cannot resist rest sites. Even less so than unknown spaces. Ooh, now this thing here gives 7 strength. It is only take 1 damage at the end of my turn, so it's not even that I'd be punished too heavily for this. Um, 11 damage compensation. Goodness. Yeah, these guys here like to apply glitter on turn 1, which is kind of like trapped, which is kind of funny because I made the Kokoro without having taken a look at Gensokyo mod at all. Only later I eventually did because I mean it's Touhou related, so I have to test it out once, and yeah, funny how that is. I've been taking 5 damage this turn, but I do just want to... Actually, can I just kill him? That's 42 damage? Never mind, I'm not taking any damage at all. Oh, Sarah Mask, man, I totally should have gone for the emotion cycle build. I've gotten all the good cards for that. Release Emotion is still a good card. It's upgraded already, but Sarah Mask is... It's just good. It's incidental damage and block gain, and with Control Emotions I can force to gain an emotion too. Scry +1 and X +1 cards are played twice. This guy doesn't do anything on the first turn, right? No, it does actually. I don't know if I need energy yet because I haven't drawn my hand yet, unfortunately. Let's play Double Ganger Plus. I mean, it's retain for what it's worth, and exhaust. Right, let's gain some block first and foremost. So what this enemy here does... by the way, Act 2 enemies are all from the Epic Battle Fantasy series. Well, the sprites, anyway. What this enemy here does is, whenever it fully blocks one of my attacks, I take 5 damage. Which means I'm taking damage no matter what. Unless I play Double Ganger Plus. Sure. I don't think I want this. I do like Denounce Faith though. Okay, the next couple cards I played twice. I probably take damage if I do this, but yeah. I don't know actually, because apparently both cards are taken into consideration first, huh? That's neat. And dead. Another strength potion, I really should be chugging these. What prepared act for a little bit more block, donning masks for do you need something? Here it is. Donning masks is also good for Sour Mask. I don't really need that much more block. I do like getting too accelerated to follow-ups on Donning Masks Plus though. Let's take this. Ooh, tick tick. Neither of you does anything in the first turn? Hell yeah! Sweet. They're still doing anything. I do have Constricted Antlitter on me right now, but I can just kill these guys here. Well, this one at least. Cheap Shot deals more damage than Compensation does. And I probably do want to gain some block. Yeah. Okay, Wolf Mask is back. It doesn't actually kill this guy though. It's only 15 damage because it wasn't buffed by anything. So let's gain some block. And maybe some more block? I guess. Yotaka Mask deals a bit of damage, so that's good. I don't actually have any block. The only block that I could gain is by playing Sarah Mask and What Iris' Beauty, which would give me 2 block, but it's not that good, all things considered. Not enough that it's worthwhile to not just deal more damage. There we go. We're not getting enough block for Delighted Lion Mask, it is a nice card, but because it does retain, it's free, and because of that, a free way to gain Joyful whatever you need to. Flow of the Mask is pretty decent in, with Control Emotions, because it's a defensive card that gives you what you need most. Multi-targeting attacks, Anger or Joy. Just one powerful hit, Melancholy. And it's not even upgraded yet, so it becomes even more powerful. Anyway, our first shop, second Yotoko Mask, which does stack incidentally, so each popularity spent would deal 4 damage instead. But that's a little overkill. No, it's not, it's really good, but I don't like having multiples of the same card in my deck. Anyway, Girya. Always take Girya. Potion Belt is decent, because that way I could store more potions. Fan Swipe is decent to enable my Yotoko Mask. Frozen Eye, really good, but I suck at using it. I keep forgetting about it. What I want to do is, I have so many defensive cards that I want to get rid of. Defend rather, and get a Fan Swipe. Ooh. And then there were none. Bloodstains splattered the ground, the gruesome remains of several unfortunate souls. They were really weak, weren't they? I'd be ashamed to be related to such inferior vampires. A strange girl sits amidst the carnage, crimson red adorning her sharp claws. Her eyes dart to you, pinning you in place with their intensity. Your scent is like that of these bloodbaths I slaughtered. Did you come from the same place, perhaps? You do not answer, instead tensing your body to be ready to move at a moment's notice. You seem like an interesting one. More interesting than these husks, anyway. How would you like it to make a pact with me? All the power you could ever want for just a little bit of blood. She holds out a grime-encrusted hand. Accept their offer, we would lose 21 of our max HP, which is roughly a third? Well, a bit less. More like a quarter, but that, between a third and a quarter. But we get 4 taboo, 4 of a kind. Which is a little bit small here, but it reads, this turn, your next card is played 1 additional time. Increase the effect of all copies of this card by 1 this combat. Can only be played once per turn. And they are ethereal and exhaust on play. So what it does, essentially, is you play all 4 of them over 4 turns, and your last attack, your last card, will be played 4 times. I have a couple of cards that could benefit off of this, like Yotoko Mask, just stacking them, Sour Mask also stacking. Any card really benefits heavily off of this, like your Wolf Mask. 21 max life is a bit much, but we do have the Fossilized Helix, which prevents damage. We have lots of block gain, we have the cold cards that we get at the start of each combat, so let's try it out. Blinding pain assaults your senses as your vision fades. You wake up amidst a pool of blood, dismembered limbs lying around, head spinning and eyes clouded over. You stumble away from the bloodshed, you stumble away from the bloodshed, you stumble away from the bloodshed, you stumble away from the bloodshed. God damn it, Flanders, stop making copies of me! Anyway. Due to the Girya, we can spend our time lifting and becoming more powerful, or we could upgrade one of these cards here. Fan Swipe is really only good because of the follow-up it gives. Like, sure, the upgrade is immense, +3. But it's still not too much of a change. Flow the Masks upgrades to +1 on each of the phases. Dawning Masks, I really want to upgrade. Sarah Mask as well, because that +1 on block and damage is huge. Cargo Line 2, because it essentially doubles the block gain for each skill. But man, at this rate I really also need to upgrade Control Emotions to make it an 8. Especially with 4 of kind in my deck. Yeah, let's make the deck a bit more consistent by grabbing a Control Emotions. Oh no. How do I keep getting this against the elites? It breaks them all. So, Raisin, or the Ludic Moon Rabbit, her gimmick is that every second card we play is exhausted. Powers are played though, they don't become exhausted. Exhausting cards become exhausted anyway. I don't care about this Crayon Tortoise, right? But I also don't need to play it right now. Either way, Raisin now dies in 4 turns. Yeah, I kind of want to get rid of these guys eventually. These Kunes. Yes. Because they put debuffs to my deck. I probably just want to defend. Okay. Yeah, the big thing is also that Raisin puts Mind Shatter into your deck. Or discard rather. Which, do I have access to that? Yes. Which makes it so that all cards that should not exhaust but are in our exhaust pile anyway get back into our draw pile to make it possible to win against her with a small deck, but we do lose 2 HP for every card removed because of this. So yeah, that hurts. Either way, I sadly don't have Taboo in my hand right now. Let's get rid of this block here. Kill this Kune. Okay, alright, nice. Not that this matters anymore, but I mean, might as well. And she dies. But I'm still angry. Nice bag of preparation gives us 2 more cards at the beginning of the combat. Regen Potion heals us a little bit, but not really needed. Are these cards here? I don't think I want any of them actually. Reckless Masks is decent. Gives us block and deals damage. And depending on which phase we're in, it deals more damage and anger. Gives us an energy next turn and joy. Gains more block and melancholy. Or just all of them in Popularity Explosion. But if we replay any of these phases, the card exhausts instead. So you can use it a couple times, but if you're playing a deck that only really plays 1 emotion, this is a 2-time use card and then it's gone. Second cheap shot. Not really. I think my deck's fine currently. Okay, let's upgrade Sorrow Mask. And then let's start lifting. Hopefully I can do that at the boss. Smiling Mask, ooh. Makes shops cheaper, except there is no proper shop on our path. If I go to this... yeah, let's take it. I don't really have that much money, so I don't know if I want to go to this shop or if I... nah. So these special shops here... no. What they do is you can get specific cards that... nah, I'll show you once they actually do move to 1, hopefully. Anyway, Treasure Hunter, a mousy-looking girl approaches, her eyes intensely focused on the metal rods she is waving them around in front of her. She stops right in front of you and looks up. Hey, you're standing right on top of some treasure, you know. Well, we don't have a golden idol, so we can't use this, but we can help her dig to obtain a relic, which is nice, the tiny chest. You step aside as the girl brings out a few shovels and begins to dig. Interested in what riches she might uncover, you wordlessly pick up a shovel and begin digging as well. After several minutes of hard labor, the 2 of you discover a cache of various artifacts and trinkets. Whoa, there's a lot in here, the girl gives you a look. I didn't expect you to help out, but since you did, I guess you can take some of this with you. Picking out a few choice relics, you say farewells to the girl before continuing on your way. few choice relics. We only got one. What a rip-off. Anyway, it's time to lift. Gain one more strength. Make all of our attacks more powerful and... Hey, Koishi. Also, yeah, the text boxes are broken after a spell battle, huh? That's probably something that I should fix. Anyway... 8 feet tall? 8 feet tall. There's more of there's more occult cards, I swear. Also, don't ask me what Pokemon Ellard beeping is playing in the background. It's a weird remix, really. I don't actually need to do anything here. Koishi dies in 4 turns. How does this keep happening? What does she do? Oh no, she make me play Embers of Love. Let's block. Okay, no. She made me play... That's not good. We're taking 15 damage at the end of our turn. Well. I guess we're still taking 1 less damage from her. Well, technically 7 because of the Helix. Oh, come on, did you just make me play another one of your status cards that you put into my deck? Koishi, stop it! Okay, I draw a card, that doesn't matter. You're not doing anything right now anyway. Let's stay in Melancholy. Nice. Because then we got... Nope. Oh! I could play it first before we switch to Melancholy, I'm guessing. Maelstrom deals damage. This here gains block. Ooh, the before of kind. Let's do this. Now gain block twice. And Koishi dies of a heart attack. And Wajra, more strength. Ooh, Ruthless Execution. Deals 12 damage. Increase this card's damage by 2 this combat. And if you don't have an emotion currently, put this card on top of your draw pile. So it keeps repeating endlessly. Spider Slasher. Melancholy Ogres? I'm starting to feel like I do need some more health, especially since I had several events that decrease my max HP. But this is good damage. I'm going to regret this, I know. Oh, not this. Fucking hell. I'm tempted. So what this guy here does is, after receiving 14 or more damage, this guy turns intangible for the turn. So you need, on average, 5 turns, I guess? But I guess I just want to make him weak, really. Because you can over-damage him. So if I now deal 11 damage, he's taking 3 damage more than he should. Okay, Anger to deal a lot of damage. Or Maelstrom, release emotions, and then retreat. Retreat wouldn't block everything though. Ooh, I can play Taboo for kind. Screw it, I'm taking a little bit of damage. Yeah, that's what I feared would happen. Well, it does nothing, so let's become angry. I guess. Okay, Angry Wolf Mask should do the rest. Nice. Ooh, that's a good card. Since we have control of emotions, if we draw also as vengeance, we can just start out in anger and gain 2 additional strength. Also, I've got 6 occult orbs the first act. Where are they now? Breaking news! Noh Dancer at the Kokoro Shrine! Wait, how is there no dance at the Kokoro Shrine? I'm here right now. Who's this imposter? More Shrine conspiracy revealed. Got the latest scoops in Gensokyo right here, right now. The girl is handing out newspaper in the village square. Her hands a flurry of motion as she deftly hands one out to every curious soul nearby. As soon as you approach, you'll find a newspaper unceremoniously shoved into your hands as well. Dramatized tale of the downfall of the world. Lunar invasion repelled. We got it all here. Scanning the headlines, you see the aforementioned articles, as well as a number of equally dubious stories. I mean, why would I ever take a common card, right? You don't even have to. Yeah, there are definitely more than 17 common cards in this mod. Let's take an uncommon card since they're usually stronger. But none of these really fit my deck too much. This is some good damage. I guess it deals damage 4 times. With Girya and Vajra, both of these get counted 4 times because of it, but it does cost 2. Upgrades to 5 times though. This here is decent, gains some energy. Anya Mask, decent. It's essentially a mini demon form, but only conditionally. Negating Mask is pretty decent. It is a 2+ block though. I did say that I needed some more block, sure. You skim one of the articles. It speaks of a recent rat infestation that had nearly devastated the village's food stores before a traveling medicine seller came and sold the village's several cat statues that supposedly managed to drive cats away. Fascinating. I do love the what's the term? God damn it. Essentially, this is a reference. There we go. How did I not remember reference? Yeah, I love the reference to, this story came from one of the official Touhou manga. I think it was it Kazan's book? I think it was either that or Suzunan. Anyway, we're at 19 life, but I can't heal for 15 if I really needed to, so let's lift. Always lift. Alright. We're fighting against Kaguya Horai-san. I probably shouldn't be drinking using the spontaneous human combustion. 8 feet tall. For once does not work because Kaguya is a boss. And I don't want to lose half my life to gain a ton of gold. Actually, would it be blocked by the fossilized helix, I wonder? I have to test it out next time I get it. That's not at the boss. This would kill Kaguya really quickly if I did that. Or me. Let's try it out anyway. So, Kaguya's boss battle. It makes use of the impossible request here. So, Kaguya only has 60 life, but once you kill her, she revives. And if you do not fulfill the impossible request, Kaguya will gain 2 strength. And the requests change each time she dies. So for starting out, we need to play an attack, skill, and a power in a single turn. It just happens that we have all of these in our hand, so let's do it. Done. Oh, I haven't played a skill. Oh. Done. Completed. I probably should have played that first, huh? I'm afraid of this though. Yeah, let's not play it right now. What I do want to do though is... That wouldn't even work. It wouldn't do anything. She's dealing more than 9 damage, so I'll make her weak. Sure, let's make a strength potion, I guess. I'm gonna keep this for later. I don't want to die too quickly because this will take a couple of turns. Okay. Ooh. Four of a kind to a Mask Storm, you say? Nice! It even carried over to the next form, which, yeah, she's not gonna stop her intent, unfortunately. And I don't have any block this time around, so let's chuck a potion. Or throw one, rather. Yeah, this time we need to play 5 cards in a single turn, which with our deck is gonna be a little bit difficult. She might just kill us, unfortunately. Full block. I might just have killed me. I skipped an entire turn. And now we need to deal 36 damage. Jesus. Yeah, let's say Melancholy. I think I need that. Or I could potentially kill her. Because I have another taboo in my hand, but that's... I'm probably gonna die for... Oh yeah, I can't actually, because Release Emotions will make me drop my current emotion, which means that, yeah, it's not gonna trigger more than once, because it does nothing on Emotionless. What I can do, though, is stay Melancholic. I'm safe for the next 2 turns. Of course, now I don't have any attacks in my hand. 24 damage. Damn, that means I can't fulfill this request either. I'm actually gonna lose this battle. That's really unfortunate. Can I afford to play Salamask? Yes, I can. This is free. This is 13. A little bit more because of Saramask and the last request, I believe. No, second to last. Gain 30 block in a single turn. Yeah, I did that earlier. It's always too late. 17 versus 16. So let's do 17 and a little bit extra because of Saramask. Yeesh, we might just die, unfortunately. Now that's a double though, which means that Flow the Masks does remove 16 damage here. But that's it. I have way less than that and... yeah, no, I'm just dead. That's unfortunate. Oh, I'm missing 6 damage, really? 6 damage? Oh, that's unfortunate. I guess I was a little bit too greedy here. No, all the occult orbs. Of course, they're gone now. Okay, let's try this again. Oh, I'm Ascension 1, that's why. I've got to go back to Ascension 0 for the showcase. Yeah, I usually play on Ascension 1, but when I'm doing a showcase, I kind of want to show off some cards and stuff, so I don't always use the cards that I want. Transform 2 cards is pretty decent. 7 max HP, who needs that? Now we're at 66. But a much better number. Hey, the Dance Fair, you're back. And Spinning Masks, fans, I mean. Which, yeah, deals 4 damage, it's free, become joyful, and whenever we play this, it gets returned back into our hand, but it costs 1 more until the end of the turn. So that's also a good target for the Dance Faith. Okay, we have money this time, so I want to show off the shop here. Doesn't really matter, so let's go to the Burning Elite, I guess, and regret everything. full block again? Oh, well, I mean I still can if I retreat, crane and tortoise. That's still not enough. Missing one. Oh well. Get an accelerator for future damage. Speaking of future damage, let's make the next cards ethereal and more powerful. You and you. Yeah, let's go for Melancholic Ogress. I needed the block last turn, last run. Okay. That's unfortunate that my only attack is spinning fans. So I guess I'll hit this front fairy twice. Then give... Oh, that's 2 debuffs. With Trap that's 3 debuffs, so I can kill this one. Because Trap does 1 damage per unique debuff per stack. So exactly 6 damage in this case. Okay, that's 7 damage. That's 7 damage. You'll also only deal... not that it matters how much damage you deal. You don't deal any damage to me. One off. Well, not really. Ah, there we go, recurrence. That's what I needed for the last deck. Spending popularity. Setup has become a little bit weaker, but it's still a good card. Anyway, we are now in this special shop here in the middle of the Genbu Ravine. You notice a short girl sitting? She's more like floating to me, but whatever you say. Fiddling away with tools. She seems to be busy, but still manages to talk to you while working. By the way, it's dangerous to go any further, so how about you prepare before you leave? And here we get special cards that, well, several special cards. We have these item cards here, which can be used for their effect, but after we use them a specific amount of times, the item time, they permanently get removed from our deck. The medicine kit here removes debuffs and heals us for each debuff removed. The RPG deals 25 damage to all enemies for 2 energy, but can only be used 3 times. And unlike in Griftlands, where this mechanic comes from, and the image for that matter, you do not draw a card when you draw an item card. So they do clog up your hand. The Life Converter give all non-X cost cards in your hand blood cost this combat. All of them, wow. Yeah. Which means that whenever we do not have any energy to cast this specific card, each missing energy will be paid by 1 life instead. It doesn't deal damage, it takes 1 life. Huge difference. Do we want to get 8 feet tall again? It's a good card. It knows it's all on bosses, but I can't. I don't have the funds. I'm missing exactly more than 6. That's 9 with 3. Take it. Unfortunately, too expensive as well. But one way to get more money is by buying some polished gold. Yeah, these bottom ones here are evolve cards, which don't do anything until you've played them an evolve amount of times. So tarnished gold here gives us 200 gold once we play this card 3 times in combat. Unfortunately, they do get purged from our deck, which means that it gets removed from combat until... yeah, but it does not get into our exhaust plus. We can really only play it once per combat. And once this card is evolved, it's permanently removed from our deck. Rare card reward, huh? Random relic. Random rare relic is a lot better. Also more expensive. But I have the money. And on here we have just regular relics. But I couldn't have afforded any of these anyway. Well. Nice! We get another shot at the occult orbs. Spinning fan? Yep, yeah, who cares about it? Ooh. You find something strange on the ground. A crack in reality with ribbons adorning its ends and a dozen eyes staring at you from within its depth. You feel a sudden urge to jump into it. There's no way that plan can go wrong. Jesus, I can't read anymore. If we jump in, we lose 6 maximum HP, but get a relic that allows us to ignore paths entirely. And not just paths, but distances too. But we will lose 3 max HP anytime we use this. And considering the last run, I don't think I should be spending this much max HP. It's really fun. Relic, because like from here, this place here could go all the way to the boss, which, oh, nice. But I don't want to take this. You managed to rein in your sudden urge. Trusting your life to some freaky hole in the ground didn't sound appealing to you. I'm sorry, guys. I again. And this time I don't have 8 feet tall. No! Unfortunate. Okay, let's pop her shield. Play this tarnished gold. Yeah. Loch Ness monster is not... I mean, it's decent, but it costs 3. I guess I could have played it this turn. It deals 36 damage. But then I'm stuck not being able to pop her shield again, which I'm actually able to do this time. Let's block at least a little bit. Oh yeah, it's annoying. Actually, I should probably be using this dexterity potion. Next turn. If I need to, which currently I don't. Sure, let's become joyful. I like drawing cards. Setup. Strike. Pop, that's that shield. Blemish Steel. Am I weak? I am weak. Oh no. I mean, hitting her will heal me for 4 anyway, which is almost like a... I could play it, retreat, and a defend, but I can never block her popper shield. And at this rate, block it. Ah yeah, it's probably the most annoying out of the bosses here. But now she's dead. Ooh, Dress Rehearsal. It's a super fun card that... well... It's ethereal, so if you don't play it, it's lost forever, but it also has performance. And anytime you play this card, shuffle a copy of this into your draw pile. And what it does otherwise is, on anger, you gain a Thorn. On joy, on melancholy, you gain a plated armor. In joy, you increase the thorn and plated armor gain. But using this card means that every battle is going to take forever if I want to lean into it, and I don't want to. I want to get done eventually. Ranged combat, pretty decent. I might need more weak applications. Let's get more follow-ups. At the start of each turn, channel 2 lightning. I think just killing these guys is better though. The back one you deal more damage, I guess. Okay, that guy's dead at the end of the turn. So I can play Blemished Steel to hopefully get a ward soonish. Make a weak sure. Sweet. And done. Getting masks. Release motions is decent still. But I think I want to take Shotting Spider. Having a lot of trapped in the stack. Ooh, Doodle. For each curse in our deck, we get 1 strength. Let's take the Sapphire Key though. Let's see if we can make it this far. I don't think I want any curses anyway. Does Gap Woman even do a whole lot against enemies that just respawn anyway? Don't think it does. 4 damage to you. You don't actually deal any damage at all if I just create this fairy. 0 times 2. Nice. Okay, only 2 more, and we still have a blemished steel that we want to play. Nice. None of these cards do anything. Unshaken Conviction, but I don't think we set up kind of wants us to be able to change emotions, but in range combat definitely, but I mean we could take it as attack card at least. Sometimes getting a bit more strength dexterity is nice. You could also just take Sidestep. Let's take Sidestep. That's less risky. You find yourself in a field full of sunflowers, a bountiful harvest of dazzling yellow as far as the eye can see. You notice that they seem to be all facing towards the sun, a captive audience unable to take their eyes off their namesake. Are you enjoying the flowers here? It was an innocent question, but as all the flowers swivel around to stare at you and the newcomer, you feel a twinge of dread creep down your spine. The green-haired woman smiles at you, ignoring your discomfort as she looks you up and down. Say, you have a warrior's look about you. Just how strong are you? Well, if you had a card with 30 or more damage, we could probably get a reward for free, but since we don't, we have to demonstrate our best attack and lose. Well, Frenzied Strike, probably since that is our most damaging card, if I had to guess. Raw damage-wise, at least. I thought if we could lose 6 HP by running away, but I'd rather lose Frenzied Strike and get a Happy Flower. Not bad. You feel the tension in the air lessen as the woman regards you with something approaching respect. You're better than most, and I'm feeling rather generous, so I will give you one of the children here as a sign of my favor. The woman hands you a flower in a pot, a joyous looking thing. You feel more energetic just from holding it. Come back when you are stronger. Perhaps then you'll truly be worth my time. Nice, so now we get a happy flower, and every 3 turns we gain an energy. If this was a Teka Teka, that would be so much better. Let's draw a card. That's not quite enough. And now we don't have any means of getting to anger anymore, so... Oh no, that's not true. We have Shouting Spider. Thank goodness. Thank goodness you didn't take our Shouting Spider away. Ooh. So yeah. Let's become a bit comic. And as soon as we can, I want to play this Blemished Steel. Oh, burn. How rude. Gone. Sidestep. Still not enough, unfortunately. We're taking 2 damage here. That's fine. Nice! Our rare relic was a tungsten rod. Now we lose 1 HP less anytime we would lose HP. Sadly, that does not mean that we're taking less damage. Like, block is not affected by this. point. Sucker's Vengeance to replace our Lost Frenzied Strike would be not too terrible. Never-Ending Croc is just good. Since it's a draw card, but we don't really have any good ways of gaining cheap joy outside of upgrading our Water Iris Beauty, which I don't necessarily want to do. Running Mask is good. Running Mask is good. It's versatile. Penip. I'm definitely buying this Penip. Every 10th attack deals double damage. And I probably want to remove a card. Maybe a block. We have gained 2 pretty decent block cards. I could buy another setup, but it's not that good. Okay. Oh, it's Mamizu again. Apocalypse. No. And I could. I do have enough block gain here. Sure. In that case. I mean, I can always play the North Spain, I guess. But I don't think I want to pop her though, because I want to deal as much damage as I can before she turns me into a Tanuki. Oh, that's ethereal, so I want to play that. Do I want to get one follow-up, or do I want to apply no counter because she has thing? Okay. Do I want to apply trapped, or do I want to deal damage? Technically, trapped should be more damage in the long run. Crud, I forgot. Well, that worked. Now I'm a Tanuki though. So now I'm not dealing any damage unless I'm in anger, and I'm not. Now I can apply some trapped, but not immediately remove it again. Double of 0 is 0 unfortunately, so let's not continue this. You could remove these 2 trapped to make the next attack free. This is more damage. Accelerator is probably more worth it. Okay, now I can play Shutting Spider if I want to. Make nothing really more rid of free, but I do want to play it anyway. And it will move the thing no matter what. You're free now. And you're dead now. I didn't even get to see the last phase. Power, nice. Full power is a relic that lets all single target attacks deal 33% damage to all other targets, so essentially splash damage. Mask Rush. Pretty good actually. Especially in Joy because it only costs 1 technically. But otherwise in Anger it deals a lot of damage. 21. Actually, yes, 21. Not upgraded, upgraded even more. Melancholy gains a little bit of block. But obviously it's better as an aggressive card than as a defensive one. Now, do we want to upgrade Sidestep for more follow-ups? We're not really a trapped build. If anything, we're using Shouting Spider to get us free attacks. Or not free, but a reduced cost. So I think I want to use Mask Crush because that just deals a lot of damage. Okay, so it's been out of the second Occult Orb, which keeps covering up these conversations here, I'm sorry. I don't put any of these. One doesn't do anything and the other one actively hurts me. And I probably will die if I do this. This is Theory Ludley, so it doesn't clog up my deck. Sure. Okay, so we're fighting our doppelganger, the maiden of many faces, Hata no Kokoro. Her gimmick is that she has, well, 3 different faces, 1 per emotion, technically, although a fox mask doesn't represent any emotion. Well, it does, but not one of the 3 main ones. Well, I say 3 main ones, but it's because these anger, joy, and melancholy are the 3 emotions used in the fighting games. And fox mask, I think, represents determination. Anyway, whenever we play a non-attack card, shuffle 1 Dazed into our draw pile. Well, I guess that happened. She's dealing 12, so I don't really need to do anything more, but setup does still deal 7 damage. Stunning Mask deals more. But it also shovels another card into our... Oh right, I have one. Why did I think this was my last? Because without Heavy Flower it would have been my last energy. Countered. Does quite a bit of damage. Sure. I do want to play Retreat at the end. I don't think I want to play Crane of Tortoise because more Dazes would be bad. Unfortunately, that free attack, I should have ordered that differently. That would have had the free attack for next turn. Oh well. Still 17 damage, that's good. And I cannot make anything more powerful since the last card of my deck is Water Iris Beauty. Water Iris Beauty, which doesn't actually do anything. And I don't want to deal 1. I don't want to use my Penip especially for a 1 damage card. And now Kokoro has changed her mask, has gained 2 strength, and now, for the first time playing the attack each turn, we get a Defected Wound in our hand, which is a 2-cost card that makes us take damage every time we play an attack. 3 damage in fact, which I don't care. That's exactly as much as the follow-ups give me in Melancholy. I might as well draw an extra card next turn. 2 actually, since we're in Joy. Retreat first, we gain more block. I kind of want to get the block here, but then Shutting Spider will, well, I mean, it carries over to the next turn. Or I could just play Denounce Faith, really. It has a couple of good targets, like Mask Rush would be fantastic to hit. Can I actually take a look at what it hit here? Ranged combat. Which is better to be hit in anger, because counter does scale off of your damage stat. But it is what it is. Playing Mask Rush and Joy only costs 1, so I think I'm gonna do that. And Dunning Mask for some defense gain. And make her weak the next turn. Alright, we've made it to the last phase. Well, not last phase, she can't switch back to the first phase, which is awkward. But now she has the Mask of Hope. Except there's another Goyle Multi-Mask, which at the start of the turn heals her for 10 HP upon receiving unblocked attack damage. The ceiling is reduced by that amount. Sadly, we don't have a single attack card. Well. Okay, I think I want to play this, so it's only costing 1. You're ethereal now, nice. Well, that isn't nice, but the fact that it deals more damage now is. Speaking of damage, I'm taking a lot now. Well, actually, only 4 because this defend here has been hit. Get it upgraded, but whatever, I want to be joyful. Oh, she's healing for 2, that's fine. And I am now exploding because of popularity. Which, yeah, Mask Rush is disgusting now. Oh, she's back to her first form. Or no, whenever I play an attack, she gains a strength. Oh god. Good thing she's dead. And gave us a third Cold Orb. Yeah, this is how it's normally supposed to go. No, not 6 in the first act. Ooh, Shinkiro. All performance cards never lose their encore. Don't think I can make use of that. Melancholy Mask is decent. Gives some block. If played via encore, it also deals damage. Ruthless Execution is... I have so many 2-cost cards that don't like that, but if I get a relic that gives me more... that is a relic that gives me more energy, but it is the Sozu. It's unfortunate. I'll take it. I have a full set of potions right now. This time we're facing Aki, okay. This here seems good so far. Yeah, this should be fine. We don't find too many events anyway, because we want to get more Cold Orbs, upgrade our choices at the beginning. You don't do anything, so... That's not happening most of the time. I think upgraded is only 5 cards? Doppelganger sounds pretty good though. Like I could just play that turn 1, make my next turn explode. For what it's worth, it's also retaining. Sidestep's good enough, I think. Ooh, nice. This is free now. I think this is the next most powerful attack. And then our last card. Yeah, that doppelganger was pretty good. Yeah, sadly all of our potions are now getting eaten by the Sozu. Do I need more block? For what it's worth, Well Prepared Act is good to get because of our rare card, Melancholy Mask. Ooh, new event. As you stumble your way through a thicket, you trip, dropping one of your many relics. Before you can even get up, a robotic arm bursts out of nowhere and snatches it up. Wow, this looks fantastic! Fascinating. It looks so simple at first glance, but there's actually an incredible interlocking mechanism inside. You pick yourself up and see a blue-haired girl fiddling with your relic. You politely ask for it back. Oh, this is yours? She frowns. Oh, I know. Why did I pay you for it? Or if you don't want money, I can help you fine-tune some of your other stuff. I'm a pretty good engineer, you know? The penny is too good. If it was any other relic, I would have probably said yes. Like, nah, maybe not the tungsten rod, that's too good too. But full power, happy flower, mercury hourglass, I'd have gladly given it away, but the penny just it doubles our damage. And if we get that with Melancholy Masks, Encore Form, and even Dawning Mask is pretty good already. Mask Rush, just 17 damage plus actually I think the double part is a different instance, it might not take that. But yeah, no, it's too good. I'm sorry, even though 250 gold is really good too. Aww. Reluctantly, the girl gives you back your relic. Well, if you change your mind, just come back here and ask around. Most of the other kappa know where I live. The girl darts away, leaving you alone with your thoughts once more. Well, that was unfortunate, and that's an event, another event encounter. That dies in 4 turns. Wait, it costs 2 now. I have a happy flower, which I just remembered again. I keep forgetting about it. Well, it doesn't usually, or not, it only triggers at the start of the battle every, 3 times. On average. Yeah, it doesn't really matter what I do here as long as I don't take any damage. Something tells me that I have a lot of blockade in this deck. Which is good for what it's worth. Maybe I didn't even need the thing. Maybe I just could have just killed it myself. Whatever. Reckless Masks. Cheap shot for more block. Nah. More Doppelganger. This time the enemy does hit me first turn though. That's sad I don't have to play it on turn 1. What I do want to do though is kill this thing. Not quite possible. That's unfortunate. That case. This here ready. Now what this little bunny here does is it removes all debuffs from all combatants. So if you're a debuff reliant character, you need to kill that guy first. The other interesting fact is that this guy here applies debuffs on both characters. So there is a reason to remove that small guy, even if you are not a deck that deals a lot with the debuffs. And I might as well play this first. Considering it's doubled, right? That was something. I could also double my Denounce Faith. Is that too greedy? I hope that played twice, like it should be. I bet it upgraded the next 2 cards twice. It should. Unfortunately, it didn't hit the best targets, but whatever. Alright, I still had another charge. Oops. Let's get that back in the deck. It's given itself vulnerable. Nice. Ooh, double damage. And the thing should be dead because of how many debuffs it has. Don't Soga's Vengeance. Not really. I have better attacks than that. Rational Strategy is a one-time use for us. Never-ending Croc, we don't really have that. We only have Denounce Faith really for Joy activation, and If you use that, it's the end of our turn. Oh, this guy, I hate this. Now, as much as I love Turbo Granny, because I love dexterity and plated armor. Okay, that just makes it no longer a theory. Okay. Yeah, Kune. That's some lovely 30 attack you have there. It'd be a shame if you were using it against yourself. Now what this guy does here, it's essentially in a reverse transcend. This guy essentially is double damage. Every time you gain a block, he loses that much strength. Which means that if you have a lot of block, yeah, no problem. He's really no problem to deal with. If you don't have any block, he will kill you. Case in point. Ooh, Trouble Kuchisake. Man, I have too many X-Cost cards, don't I? In the stack, not in the mod itself. There's only 2, which is a rather average amount, actually. The second sidestep is really good. More block, a little bit more damage. But Trouble Kuchisake can deal a ton of damage, and it's upgraded too. But we're mostly in Melancholy, and the big part is the trapped portion, which incidentally, if you're in Joy, it only deals 1 more trap, so I guess it's not that important. Decisions. I already have 1 sidestep, and I have a lot of block, so I guess I can afford to just get my trap game ongoing, huh? Crud. Crisis averted! Oh, this is so dumb. Can I kill this turn? I think I can. I hate this battle. It's so annoying. Because you have to... Like, Kokoro is already a character where you have to sequence incredibly well. And now you have to be careful that your second attack is not eaten up. Or second card, period. It's so annoying. Well, your second card will be eaten up, but you have to make sure that it's not an important card. That's unimportant that Berta does anything. Taking a bit of damage here, unfortunately. Not only 1 because of the tungsten rod. She dies this turn, so screw you, have all the debuffs. Oh wait, she doesn't die yet. Oops, my bad. Took a damage. Toxic Egg, nice! Every skill we pick up is now upgraded. Speaking of which, all of these are amazing. Denounce Faith. Well, we already have an Denounce Faith, so I don't want another one. And another X-Cost card for that matter. Dawning Masks, good to get more anger out there because they... Well, Shouting Spider and Dawning Mask are currently my only anger cards. But Sidestep is a lot of block. And I think it's looking like I'm turning into a block kind of deck with Trapped, I mean. Melancholy Mask is just good, but all of these, all of the uncommon cards are good too. Well, Shouting Spider Mask not as much because it actually gets rid of our Trapped. I might even remove it from the deck. Because with Trap of Kuchisake, what you want to do is deal damage with the trap, not use it for making attacks cheaper. Yeah, this has more trapped and doesn't remove it. Koichi, you're back. And you die in 4 turns. I'm not complaining. I'm just confused how it keeps happening. No, you won't get 3 strength, hell no. 2, not 3. Yeah, let's get more block. That is enough, so let's make the next 3 cards more powerful. What did she play? Oh. Well, she made my cards free for me. I don't actually want any... No, I do want to play this so it's not gone. Don't care about you, you're not upgraded. So let's just apply some debuffs. Nice. You're now in Melancholy, so let's just continue to stall out. This doesn't matter. And she's dead. Lantern! Now we have the chance of starting with 2 additional energy. Sour Mask. I have to. It's too good. Even if I'm mostly staying in Melancholy, it's just too good. Whetstone. Ooh, upon upgrade. Upgrade 2 random attacks. Upon pickup, not upon upgrade. Which... If it hits the Shouting Spider, I'm gonna be a little bit sad, but... Otherwise, it can only hit the ranged combat and strikes, so I guess I'm not too sad if it does. It didn't though. I do need an AoE, I just realized though. Sure. These are 3 enemies, I might need some damage. How am I gonna do this? I kinda want to use Dawning Mask for damage. Two X-Cost cards is unfortunate. One of them deals a lot of damage, the other one deals a lot of future damage. This one does something, but this does a lot more if I play it right now. Now the first application of the spontaneous human combustion is entirely blocked into my tungsten rod, thankfully. This should kill him, yeah. Then that guy dies next turn, so right. Mercury Hourglass. So all I need to do now is kill this dude. Easy enough. Another side stab. Okay, I don't have any chance or any reason not to pick it up now. Outside of cluttering my deck, but I might also pick up the Neverending Croc. So I can change emotions more often. Nah, sidestep all the time. I did want to upgrade this for a long time now, let's actually do it. I want to be able to play it for an effect at 0 cost. Ooh, we're meeting ourselves. The sound of music draws you to a stage at the center of the village, where a forged figure is leaping and twirling about in an elaborate dance. There are many others in the audience, each of them enthralled by this dancer's display. Hey, you there! You spot a vendor waving at you. The stall is playing several masks that look identical to the ones around the dancer. How would you like to bring a souvenir home with you? I assure you these masks are all of the highest quality. Do we want to get a Shouting Spider mask, or do we want to obtain the original or new Mask of Hope? I'm not entirely sure. But both of them are actually cards in the game, and one of them is my deck, although the Shouting Spider mask is technically only an attack, and not a power like all the other masks. Anyway, the first time you would lose HP... the first time you lose HP, each combat gain 10 temporary HP. That's... so essentially 10 block that lasts through the turns. Or the first time you play an attack each turn, play one vulnerable to a random enemy. That's actually pretty good considering that we have a lot of trapped, but no other way to apply vulnerable. And vulnerable is an additional stack of or a unique debuff, so trapped would deal more damage. Also, trapped is vulnerable does damage. And we have enough block. Like I don't think we need 10 temporary HP. Try on your freshly purchased mask, feeling it smoothly slide onto your face. The eye holes are a bit difficult to see through, but it should be enough to obscure your identity at least. Alright, let's upgrade another card. We still only got 3 occult orbs, so I'm assuming we're not getting the 7th one. I'm assuming we can only get the 7th one in the 3rd act, actually. And that's why I didn't find any in Act 2 last time. The Donning Mask is... I feel like Donning Mask is one card that I always play, whereas Sidestep is a card that I most often play. One additional follow-up is just so powerful. But I can get additional follow-up here too. Okay, I'm sold. Oh god, Tanshi, we didn't meet her last time. The second time I'm attacked, the attacker loses 3 strength. Well, about that, does this trigger in one turn? Help! I think I need weak. 6 energy, goodness. Just dump it all into Denounce Faith. Yeah, her gimmick is that she changes through different stances, kind of. Or weather effects, technically speaking. And the first weather effect lets her deal 2 damage. Or damage twice, or whatever. She can do 2 attacks, but as an exchange, we gain an extra energy and draw 2 cards. So we kind of can play an additional attack too. Anyway, really, our only means of getting an emotion is what Iris' beauty? Well, in that case. Become trapped. And vulnerable, I guess. Oh, I just want to dump it all on top of Kuchisake, I really do. Oh, that's a terrible idea. You can make a lot of these attacks in my hand free. By a lot, I mean 2. So let's do it. But I want to gain some block. How about I have sidestep? Because I've got a block either way. Whatever. I'm having block for days. And for debuffs. 102 weak. Yeah, she just switched weathers. Now it's Storm at the end of the turn. All characters gain 1 week. Which, oh no, I don't particularly care about that. Oh god. She has another weather effect. Sadly, we couldn't get to see it. Oh, Original Mask of Hope. Do we have any use for that? We're more of a debuff build than anything else. Yeah, we don't actually gain any buffs outside of popularity. Which, incidentally, yes, that does mean if you have the Original Mask of Hope on, you only need to gain popularity 6 times in order to reach the state of popularity explosion. And then we'll activate Mask Rush, Trap Kuchisake, all our follow-ups, Manakoi Mask. I have 3 sidesteps, what? I think I'm gonna get a fan swipe though. 3 is a lot to ask for, and we have a lot of setup anyway. We also have a lot of block, but that's still a lot of setup that we have to do. By a lot, I mean actually only 1 card, really? Huh. Right, a lot of setup was last game. Well, oh yeah, power cards are also considered buffs, so if you get your hand on the original Mask of Hope first, then that means, you know, double the powers. To Lunacy, not that good here actually. None of these are good, but this one is ethereal at least. Yeah, Lunacy unfortunately is a turn-based debuff, not an attack-based. So if I apply it on somebody, it will just go like the first usage on Aki would be useless. We're having a lot of blocking, so Apocalypse is probably the best one. I say as I absolutely have no proper attacks. Really? That's the card you give me? Or, well... Actually I wanted blocks, not attacks, but whatever. Okay, Saramask, it's probably important. I'm gonna just ignore this reflection of ourselves, which somehow is the Ironclad, I guess? We do need your Ethereal. So are you. Uh-oh. A lot of the cards are Ethereal. Uh-oh. I messed up. So the gimmick of this battle here is... so the background, you can see the scale. The more attacks you play, the more of black flames will appear. The more skills you play, the more white flames will appear. And depending on what you have more of in the end, our reflection will do something else. If we have more white, it starts to attacking. If we have more black, the other way around, if we have more black, it starts attacking. If it plays more white, then it gives block and can even heal if you just play nothing but skills, which we have a lot of in our hand here. Sure. I'm gonna get sidesteps to even out the scales. There we go. 3 and 3. If it's even, it does a buff, I think? Yeah. It was probably a terrible idea. Okay, what is the buff? Was it strength? No, that's unfortunate. Okay. You're almost free. All of our cards are ethereal, so I want to play all of them if possible, and it is, except for retreat. That's neither ethereal nor a card that I want to play. I don't actually need any block right now, so I think I want more trapped. She has 2 stacks, or 2 debuffs right now, one of which being trapped. The damage would go to the Ironclad, so let's move. Well, these scales are heavily tilted in one direction. Fortunately, we do have Popularity Explosion next turn. So hopefully we can just deal with this. Yeah, that's a lot of damage incoming. And one of the changes that that's also new since last time that I streamed this, Popularity Explosion cannot be overwritten anymore. Oh dear, yeah, Penip is active. 72 damage for 1. Plus an additional half. Plus half of our damage getting turned into block. Yeah, that seemed good. Jesus. Fleeting Emotion. I could take that, I guess. I have Saramask. But I'm not really changing that often. Noh of Darkness. Game Popularity Explosion. I don't want to spend 2 for it, but if we do get Mask Rush from Popularity Explosion, that is insanely good. Thought Mask Sally doesn't work with it. We don't have a lot of cards that work with Popularity Explosion. Spending 2 is a lot. Monkey Possession, I love this card because it deals 8 damage, upgrade to 10 to all the enemies, and its Encore never ends. So I could take it. However, we don't really cycle through our deck that often. We only really draw 5 cards a turn, sometimes 6 if we are in Joy. So this is deal 8 damage every once in a while, and it costs 2. I mean, so does the Noh of Darkness, but that has positive effects, like Mask Rush last turn. Insane. Okay, true, because of the Pen Nip, but let's try it out. No more resting? I have so much block, I don't think that's a problem. Emotion Amplifier, I'm barely changing emotions. I think I'm gonna get the Coffee Dripper. Okay. Double shops looks like a bad idea, but this is really good. But then we're kind of forced in this path. Not that this stretch here is difficult. This is also 1, 2, only 3 actually. Do I want to get double shop then? Not really. There is a lot of events to go with 1, 2. Instead of just 1. And there's no way I'm ever getting the 7 cold balls in Act 3, well the remaining 3 anyway. I mean, I could try, but Alright, I'll try. Ooh, Turbo Granny upgraded. Let's take the upgraded Turbo Granny. We have 6 energy starting out. Goodness. The Ancient Guardian, at the end of its turn, gain block equal to the number of relics we have, which is average. At this point, sometimes, I mean, usually with the Black Star, I have like relics up to this point, but that's more the exception than the norm. Easy to play the Noh of Darkness here, but I'd rather do it at the end of the turn. Do we need some block? Oh no, actually we don't. Sidestep is a block card. Now I'm in block mode, I guess. Yeah, now we lose our emotion, unfortunately. But... Melancholy Mask is active. This is active, so let's play this first because we get Accelerator. Follow. Oh, we don't actually have any. Well, we have this attack, and we can actually play this now. 15 damage coming in. Do I want to play this? Not really. Yeah, since Popularity Explosion cannot be overwritten anymore. All right. I keep forgetting that the what's it called? Donning Mask is a skill, so it doesn't consume your Pen Nip. Yeah, I don't need any more block. Let's just kill this thing with the trap. You were the card that I wanted. Oh well. Doesn't really matter that much. Hey, another Cold Orb. Nice. We're barely ever in anger. With a Fan Swipe, we have 5 energy. We don't really need 0 cost cards. So this Vengeance would power up our Zero Mask, but really what we are trying to do now is getting a shit ton of block and killing people with Trapped. All the occult cards like Ticka Ticka. Ooh, red cape, blue cape. all around good card. You want to attack me, but this halfway kills them. Let's take it. Now it kills them. Actually, that's 24. Take it. We don't need another sidestep. But I want another sidestep. We're probably gonna self-defend or something in the shop there. Ooh. You come across an abandoned warehouse in the woods. A sign on the door says, "Kappa territory, keep out." You can't read the Kappa's language, so the sign can't stop you. I feel like this is a reference to something. You enter the warehouse and find all manner of odd contraptions and artifacts stashed inside. A medicine kit, which I don't think we really need. We have a lot of blocking anyway. Divas, I think, are a little annoying, but not too much. Or an RPG. We have the energy to play it, actually. Maybe I should keep it? Sure. I never actually took it before, so let's give it a try. You grab something that seems vaguely useful. Perhaps it'll come in handy later. Ooh, the Loch Ness monster should be able to just one-shot one of these, right? That's 40 damage. Not entirely. To Lunacy's useless. Well, we're not getting Mask Rush for enough darkness, but did it only trigger once? Interesting. Yeah, let's become popular next turn. Our Pennant is active. Don't actually want to use it now, huh? Oh well. Pennant RPG. Actually, I think that's the best thing we can do here. Whee! And let's kill it with debuffs. Oh wow, we're actually getting close to emotion link. Didn't need that. That not for this battle, but for random encounters it's good. Another one. Delighted Lion Mask plus. Carry over our joy. Not our joy, but our block. Which means we kind of get the gambling chip, but whatever. Like a Becco, we don't really have any cards that make use of 8 extra damage per hit. Yeah, we don't have any multi-targeting attacks this time around. So let's just remove this defend here, I think. Or the strike. Nah, we barely have any attacks in our deck as is. Yeah, no, let's keep our money. Sidestep. More follow-ups. Oh no, Marisa. Yeah, there are a couple of hidden interactions in that I added for the Gensokyo mod here. Since we have Tramakuchi-sake in our deck. Here's a little reference to this urban legend. Speaking of, this might not be bad. Marisa's super annoying, or we can just kill her in 4 turns. This is just too good! Yeah, so Marisa's gimmick here is, whenever we play 8 cards, she gains 5 strength. And she has a lot of multi-damaging attacks, so if not possible, we do want to keep our amount of cards played each turn at a minimum. Especially since she's dying in 4 turns. Otherwise otherwise we would just attack, I guess. Sidestep is good for blocking. You were hit as well, it seems. One more, and she will deal 5 damage more. Fan swipe, this 9, she would be dealing 10 more though. But it would be getting the extra damage out of the way. Which only really matters if she attacks one more time. Like if she attacks next turn, if she just prepares something again next turn, then the extra damage doesn't matter. So I think I'll just not do anything and have my entire hand just exhaust. She does attack, but only once. And we have sidestep, sidestep, sidestep. And become weak, I guess. And she dies. Ooh, the singing bowl, nice, nice. Mass performance to apply more debuffs. Well, it's really only weak and sometimes sap. Sap is decent. But, Uber Mass, we do spend a lot of our time in Melancholy, so I think I'll take that. And upgrade it immediately. Because now it's free, and free is good. Smiling Mask. Oh hey, it's Kazan. That battle can actually be a little bit difficult. Apply to Lunacy. That only applies to one enemy though. I think I'll take a Split Mouth Emotion and put it on Kazan herself. So what's happening here is she has 2 buddies. And anytime one of her buddies dies, she takes 50 damage. Oh, it's to the attacker, oh. Well. Either way, I think I'm stepping to the side. Okay, that is enough. You generally want to try and focus on killing one of these guys. Or both, rather. She will summon new ones. But just removing attackers from the board is pretty good. Oh nice, she's the next one to attack me, so she will be getting the strength down. Anyway, Emotion Link. Goodness, my entire hand is ethereal still. We don't have a means of getting Melancholy, unfortunately. But anyway, everybody is trapped now. 2 more follow-ups? Sounds good to me. I'm going to take a bit of damage, but never mind! Oh god, what just happened? This is still ethereal, how many... Okay, that was the last ethereal card. Goodness. I could make the next 5 attacks free, or it costs 1 less at least. But I don't think I want to. She's probably gonna die before she can summon new friends of hers. High amount of trap is just so powerful. Nah, I want to get more maximum life. Sadly, we still don't have the final orb, and there's no more events after we get the last one, so that's unfortunate. Oh well, guess we won't be seeing the... I actually have never seen the final event. Somehow. You see a woman sitting in the distance, gazing at a shape twirling and twisting the palm of her hand. Disaster will soon befall you. You're startled by her sudden words, and even more startled by her sudden portent of your doom. I can read it in the air around you. It shouldn't be a surprise, given how much conflict you've been embroiled in since you've come here. She stands up, dispelling the figure dancing in her hand. But it is my duty to prevent calamities from happening, so I'm willing to lend you a little aid. You certainly wouldn't be averse to receiving some help. So, losing 27 HP is quite a bit, but a rare relic is insanely good, and there's not really a whole lot of anything going on before we get to the boss. So, I think I'll be doing it. I might regret it. Okay. We can get a turnip so we can no longer become frail. Frail is probably the most deadly thing for us. Dead Branch, whenever we exhaust a card, add a random card into your hand. No, I don't want my deck to be nothing but weird random cards that come because we have 4 side steps after all. And a setup. Like, on one shuffle we have 11 follow-ups, which would all generate random cards. And if we turn stuff into ethereal and don't play them, oh god, no. And last we get the prayer wheel. Noble enemies drop an additional card reward, there's barely any enemies left, so let's get the turnip. The watery figure coalesced back into her palm, where it danced, twirled, and shapeshifted into a relic that neatly fit into your hand. It's not much, but I wish you the best of luck. You thank the woman for the help before continuing on your way. Ooh, we could lose another 5 max HP to obtain a special relic. Currently max HP does nothing for us, since we cannot heal unless we get to Act 4, which I intend to do, but that's I'll still be at 63 life. The village is quiet, enveloped in a somber atmosphere. Villagers dressed in black track across the streets, forming a long, mournful procession. In the distance, you see a crowd gathered around an upraised coffin. Who was it, you wonder? Who were they to these people? After climbing 3 floors, you'll 50% of your max HP. I don't actually need that. Like, you're so close to max HP anyway? And I'd rather gain that additional 5 HP after we get to Act 4. You do not feel the need to satisfy your curiosity on the matter. And there's only 2 more encounters too, like there's barely anything that should happen to us. Anyway, you're dead. Omae wa mo shindeiru. Or something. Let's go aggressive, I guess. Maybe we kill it before the 4 turns are over. Wait, we have a pennant. I'm gonna keep the RPG. Yeah, so this thing here has the Seed of Unknown, which makes our cards into obfuscated cards. Now, if you know your deck, you can probably tell what it is. Like, this is a uncommon 1-cost skill, so it's most likely gonna be a sidestep. And with my mod specifically, since there's border around the cards, like a glowing border for the different emotions, they will still glow. Good. It's only going to be 1 more additional trapped, and actually 1 less because, well, we're spending mana. Anyway, we are exploding now. 0 cost skill is, that should be Crane and Tortoise. Super Mask, I mean, that's free, might as well. Sidestep. You 1 attack, uncommon, should be, god, I don't even remember. Shining Spider Mask, we don't want to play that, I think? Yeah, no. I wanted to make it vulnerable first, but I mean, I guess I can. And penance active now too. What? I'll take it. Another Sarama. Sticky Web is actually pretty good. Turn-based debuffs don't lose stack. So the Vulnerable actually won't go away. That's fantastic. Let's take 1 damage, so it's not that bad, but I'd probably got Apocalypse, I think. You do buffs, I don't like you. And since I don't want to take any damage, I'm not going to play Apocalypse. Give just enough. Either way. What is that? If a certain creature inflicts unblocked attack damage this turn, it gains 8 strength. Ah, got it. So... we can't change emotions. We will be stuck in joy no matter what. Oops. Used up my pennant. It's not gonna die even with 10. It's gonna take 20 damage. So I could either play the Melancholy Mask, I will play the Melancholy Mask, sure. You're almost dead anyway, I don't want to play the Endless. Actually, with the Endless debuff I could have killed it. No, not quite, would have been 31 damage, 30 damage for the 31 it has. So I would have barely missed it, no matter what. Get my block. I guess that guy just dies the turn after. It's not actually gonna do anything anyway. No need for an Oath Darkness, I think. Alright, I have the Mercury Hourglass. I keep forgetting about it. Like, it's not inconsequential damage, but it's forgettable. And the last Cold Orb. Well, this is the first time that I've got the 7th one, for what it's worth. And I think we're unkillable now. Kitsune Mask. Whenever we apply a debuff, we gain 3 block. So probably the best. Oh no, it was at the rest side, but if we go to the rest side, then we cannot. We can do that in Act 4. Oh god, that's gonna be in a dangerous Act 4. Alright! We get all 3 now. That's clogging up our deck. Don't put that, that calls me intangible. Oh. Well, Shinki is not doing anything the first turn, so neither am I. For what it's worth. I can't even if I wanted to. Well. The act of creation involved both pain and pride. Like any other craft, it required practice, churning out dozens of lesser demons before you could create one that you could confidently claim was your strongest, most perfect creation. If any of your creations could be called a labor of love, it would be that one. You still remember that wondrous day when your dream child opened her eyes for the first time, when she took her first few steps in this world of yours. You remembered how she embraced you and lifted you into the air? That way we gained 3 strength. Or did she dance around the room laughing with great dexterity? We don't really have a whole lot of things in terms of damage, so we're a stall deck through and through. So yeah, anyway, this battle here is multi-phased in that we're fighting against 2 out of 3 possible enemies, and every 1 or 2 turns something is going to happen. Like a description box that we can choose 1 out of 2 outcomes from. which will make things worse for us, usually. We don't have any motion right now. Actually, what am I doing? I should have played that a while ago. Well, we're back. We're back in popularity explosion. 44 damage. Aha! I cannot be frail. She decided to be perfect. Every little mistake, every subtle inadequacy. The dream child stamped out each and every one of her deficiencies. Yet no matter how many flaws she erased, another one always cropped up. Another way in which she was less than perfect. And as you watched her toil away at her self-improvement, you wondered whose fault it was for her continued struggles. After all, she was supposed to be your strongest, most perfect creation. If she continued to fail, then it meant that you weren't good enough, which puts to regret into our hands, or she wasn't good enough, which puts to normality into our hands, which means that we can only play 3 attacks per turn, which fuck that shit. I'd rather lose HP equal to the number of cards in my hand. That's an RPG! I think I'm going to play that actually. Alright, because of the 6 powered up that we have, increasing our damage by 90%, and Penip doubling it on top of that. Yeah, seems good. Sticky Web might as well, I think. I don't actually have any popularity explosion cards in my hand, that's unfortunate. I could get Intangible here too, so that Regret deals less damage. That seems good. Guess you could die this turn, that's 4 times 44. Not quite. I don't actually have any. Well, this, I have this, that would. Yeah, she's definitely dead. I'm still gonna play the Intangible so I don't take too much damage from Regret. You know, she has 5 debuffs at 13, so that should be enough, right? I hope. Might as well. Tungsten Rod negated all the damage, nice. And she killed herself with a counter. You were the god of this world, but even a god could become lonely. To your creations, you were a figure on a pedestal, an untouchable being forever out of their reach. Perhaps that was why, when a small human girl fell into your realm, a frail little thing that could have been a snack for any passing demon, you intervened. This girl is my daughter, you told your loyal subjects. You would do well to treat her as such. And as you made such a proclamation, you remembered how the girl gazed at you in wonder to draw 1 additional card at the start of our turn, or smiled on you in joy, so we get 3 energy for the next 3 turns, which emotion am I in right now? None? Or no, I think I'm in joy technically. So I would be reshuffling my deck for an insanely gigantic Denounce Faith. I think I have to do that, don't I? Yeah. But with that said, though, I do love how they incorporated both, like, Alice kind of got a retcon when she switched from PC98 era to the Windows era, where, like, in PC98 she was just this random person, Makai, so it was assumed that she was Shinki's creation. But in the Windows era, it's plainly stated that Alice, no, she used to be a human before she became a yokai magician, which doesn't really work together with, well, how she was in Makai, you know, a place for demons. Back in the PC98 games when she even looked younger than she does now. So I like what they did here with the backstory. Anyway, Emotion Link. Sidestep. Let's focus on Alice. Dolls will just get trapped incidentally. And never mind the block we're gaining now. Like, we're never going to get touched. I could play this here for what it's worth and just... Actually, I should have done that, huh? Well, never mind. Now it's delayed. I'd make the next 5 cards ethereal and such. 6 power Trafukuchisake sounds decent. But I am regretful, so I do not actually want to have many cards in my hand. Oh, Pennant. Pretty decent. And I'm taking no damage because of the tungsten rod, it's so good. I don't think I've ever seen this part though, you should kill her first, I think. But although you were a capable god, you were a terrible parent. You didn't understand why she wanted so much attention from you. You didn't understand why she looked so horrified when you executed a treacherous demon. You didn't understand why she started to avoid you, why she started to shrink away from your touch. And when she walked to your office exactly 1 year later and asked if you remembered what day it was, you answered promptly. Of course, you said. It was Tuesday. Okay, I do remember this. And the reference for that matter. It's such a good line in an unfortunately bad movie. But that must not have been the answer she expected, for she flew into a rage. This turned at every 3 turns, spawned an explosive doll. I don't think it's gonna live until the end of it. Or did she spin her heel and run away? Which puts 2 shame into our hand. I forgot what shame did. Let's choose the thing that is not a problem. Yeah, we'll explode in 3 turns. Yeah, no. There's no way it lives. Oh no, regret. I guess I could lose half my HP to get money. Money! Alright, that wasn't too bad of a run actually. Like this, especially considering it's Ascension 1, that should be easily over 900, right? You're ready your masks. 936 damage, nice. And now it's time to enter Act 4. Where we get a full heal. And, do we feel a strange tugging? I think we do. Oh, I caught one! Okay, and actually, while I haven't ever gotten this event myself, I have seen it before. So this is going to be interesting. I haven't, since I don't actually know how to play properly against it. But let's use the Split Mouth Woman. Right, so her thing, by the way, is teleportation. This creature is on the right. Whenever you play 3 cards, teleports to the right, so she will warp to the left then. Creatures in the middle take 50% more damage from attacks. Alright. Yeah, let's get started with trapping her. Put her into the center. Hey, she takes 2 damage now. And let's play Doppelganger. Oh god. Body mass is good. This is not too good. Not sure if I want to get Uber Mask. I definitely do not want to double it. Oh, you retain now, nice. So yeah, she is using the urban myth of the Doppelganger. So I hope you have a lot of block gain. Right, double. So we're now gaining 6 block for each thing we're playing. I still get another 2. Oh god. I think I want to get a lot of side steps. We're gonna overdraw if we do that though. Right? Yeah, definitely. That's awkward. I'm generating too many cards. That's fine though. Okay, and now we're gaining infinite block. Oh. Let's move away. Oh, we're We're at a mere 100 block. I think we need some more. Nah, let's use this instead. Oh no, my block! Oh right, because both of them lost strength. I gained more block, not that it mattered, but it did. Okay, oh god. And the first one's dead. And I could just dump this trap Kuchisaka on her, but I don't think I should. I mean, Sidestep's still a good card, but I want to play it first. Now let's drop trap Kuchisaka on her. Maybe I should have played the little green man. I don't think it particularly matters. Saramask? Nah. This is all I need. Maybe I do need this. Oh shit, I'm taking 50% more damage now. No, what have I done? Emergency! There we go. And she's dead. For the last Kokoro ball with the 8th one. Didn't actually make our wishes come true though. Well, they're not Dragon Balls after all. I don't want any of these cards, but I do want more max HP. And a shop. Oh, Ornamental Fan, in case we haven't gotten enough block yet. And Red Needle. Yeah, no, I'm invincible. So yeah, for getting all 8 Kokoro balls, we can now choose what we want to take. And so when I saw somebody get this before, they were playing another mod which just had a ridiculous amount of life gain, and they always picked, where is it? The Monkey's Paw. They had ridiculous amounts of money. Like, I think at the end of the game they had like over 2,000 gold accumulated. I mean, how can I not take the Turbo Grammy ride? I feel like I have to. Oh, we can get multiple? Oh, 3? Oh. Oh, right, it was 3. More block. And I'm gonna kill these guys before 4 turns, right? One intangible? What part of I'm unkillable did I not understand? I mean, the part that I am unkillable, clearly. I mean, I do have a lot of setup for what it's worth. This is free. Yeah, I always should play this. Get the tangible. And these 2 retain. Okay, Emotion Link, perfect. So now I can... This does turn me around, doesn't it? Yeah. Sadly, I can play Noh of Darkness if I don't want to take any damage. So let's turn around. And play Denounce Faith. Still have Blue Cape in my hand, that's good. More emergency block. Let's turn around since you deal more damage. Could probably play Saramask. Yeah. And this here applies 6 debuffs. And I have 8 plated armor. I guess I can play the RPG. 2 damage, 2 energy, deal 40 damage to all enemies. That good against a single enemy? Ah, crud. I forgot that I had the pennant. I always forget about the pennant. More importantly though, I have the fan of knives. No, that's just an ornamental fan. It's nothing. It's got nothing to do with knives. And let's keep all of our block. Not that we need to. Chuck oak. Okay, where's the spinning fan? Not spinning fan, the spinning top. That's the only thing that I need now. Every 10 attacks we play, gain an energy. Goodness. I could just take the never-ending croc. We have so much energy. Well, I mean, usually all of our energy is getting dumped into one of our 2 X cost cards. Where are they? Here, Denounce Faith and Trap of Kuchisake. Here. Yeah, let's not add any new cards right before the final boss battle. Okay, against the heart, one intangible is a must, I think. There's no way I'm not taking the Turtle Granny in my block and stall deck. Although this is also really tempting. I mean, I could just take it. It's got retain, so I don't have to play it. Although I should, because on the next 2 turns I'm gonna need to defend. I mean, that's what Pen in Black is for. Oh, you're just free, okay. You don't become easier to get the strength and dexterity off of. This is fantastic though. No, actually it's not, because the heart will... If the heart has negative strength, it will revert its strength back to positive before gaining more strength. Yeah, Doppelganger seems good. Okay, now I don't want to take any damage. Never mind, I'm not. Tungsten Rod is so good, although popularity just popped up, so it's probably a case of, yeah. I lose popularity even if I take 0 damage from the beat. Yeah, that's an edge case that you don't usually think about. I don't want to retreat, and I do gain additional dexterity. Not that I need any more dexterity at 4 already, but I want to. Yeah. Unfortunately, the heart is shuffling a couple of debuffs into my deck, like Void. Oh wow, I have exactly 0. Oh hey, speaking of dexterity, either way, I have exactly 0 block cards in my hand, which is super unfortunate. I could Gambler's Brew for 1, but this is what I have Pen in Black for. Is Denounce Faith actually a good card right now? Or do I rather want to Doppelganger? Emotion Link is useless in this battle. I could play it so it's out of my deck. At worst, this is thinning out my deck. I could just play this for 1, but no. Okay, Mask Rush is good. The heart is now vulnerable. Excellent. Setup. I haven't played the Katsuna Mask yet, which is super unfortunate. So I might want to play Donning Masks for block, which goodness, it gives a lot. And surprisingly with 7 dexterity. Yeah, so, oh no, I don't have the Kitsune Mask on, however will I gain block? I think I'll play the Doppelganger here instead of Slimed. Ooh, nice. That's a good card, yes. I'll keep it. Trap is our big win con. Right double. If I play Noh Dancer, it would need to be the last card. Oh right, still double. Still double, which is actually good because it had Artifact. I'm not playing Shotting Spider, fuck that. Noh Darkness makes us lose our emotion, well-prepared act into Melancholy Moss, so it attacks next turn. Sadly, we didn't get any thorns, so all these mini attacks don't actually do a whole lot. Sure, it's a free attack. I believe I just want to get more debuffs on the heart as long as I can. But it's not getting any more artifact, but you know, 103 damage just from debuffs. We don't have a means to get Joy right now, so these sidesteps are useless, so I'm just playing this here. Which is a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. The heart is dead in 2 more turns anyway, and we have yet to take a single point of damage. Good lord. To be fair, we do have the Tungsten Rod and the Cold Orbs. Yeah, that was a crazy run. I'm sad that the first run didn't work out as well, but it is what it is. I did get a little bit too greedy with the random stuff. I'm only sad that I couldn't show off more bosses because of that. But, I mean, at least I got to show off the mirror match. And had I not gotten it this time, I would have reset until I finally got it. It's an Act 1 boss after all. Yeah, the trap build, I keep thinking that maybe it's a bit too powerful, specifically because of Trap Kuchisake specifically. But at the same time, it's mostly just Trap Kuchisake that's doing all the heavy lifting. Like, Kitsune Mask is pretty decent. I mean, with all the traps, follow-ups, it also becomes kind of bonkers, but, and emotionally, like, it's a 3-card combo that in and of itself is really powerful. I might give it another look over, but yeah, it's a fun deck for what it's worth, and there are like, yeah, this is just me justifying an overly broken combo, but like other fun stuff, like there are just builds that are inherently more powerful than others, like in the Ironclad with, let's actually do all the upgraded forms, Flex, like have a couple of Flex in your deck, maybe Battletrons to draw some cards, and then after you've flexed a couple of times, you double your strength. And the strength down does not get doubled, so you just keep all that strength. Or, kind of in a similar fashion with the trap build in my deck. With the Silent, you have one, or better yet, 2, where is it? I can find it right now, what? It was a rare, there we go, After Image. 1 or 2 After Image, and then just a deck full of shivs with Cloak and Dagger accuracy for some extra damage, and Blade Dance. Entler. I almost got to 999 block with such a deck before, but to be fair, I think at that deck I had like 4 after images, so if you get 4 after images somehow, I think you're supposed to win. Yeah, this game just has some really fun combos in and of itself. And that's why, like, with my mod, what I do want to keep the power level close to the base game. You need some broken shit to make it more fun. That's just the case of things. If everything is just mediocre, no matter what build you're playing, then it just becomes boring. Then why even bother? Yeah, anyway, I think that's enough for today. Maybe I'll come back with another showcase of the interactions between the Kokoro mod and this mod here. Well, I say interactions, but really there's only the pre-elite and boss battle conversations that I snuck in for most of them. But what I'm saying is, I like the Gensokyo mod. Maybe I'll just play the Gensokyo mod with proper characters too. Who knows? Or I'll play something else entirely. Whatever I feel like. Like, actually I got 2 or 3 games that I really want to stream in the next bit. So yeah, we'll see what I feel like the next time I have free time. Anyway, this outro has been going on for way too long as is, so thank you all for watching, and see you next time.